And 3, 2, 1, releasing all the tension and sleep to the person next to you. Getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Give our subjects here on stage a nice round of applause. In a few moments to our subjects here on stage, we're going to do something here in just a moment. To the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, only the people I'm touching on the shoulders in just a few moments. When I count back from 3 to 1, you actually have a superpower. You are going to have X-ray vision. Everybody in the audience, and including myself, when I say the words ladies and gentlemen, whenever I say the words ladies and gentlemen, every single solitary person, including myself, you now have X-ray vision. You'll be able to see us all completely naked. This is going to be the most silly and ridiculous thing you've ever seen. You may point, you may laugh, you might even describe things. However, this is going to be the most ridiculous and silly thing that you've ever seen in your entire life. Whenever I say the words ladies and gentlemen, you will have X-ray vision, and you will be able to see everyone in the audience completely naked. Everybody up here on stage will have their clothes on, but you yourselves will have your clothes on, but you will have X-ray vision when I count back from 3 to 1. Nod your heads yes. Deep, slow breath in and out. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. I want to make sure everyone's doing okay up here on stage. Eyes open on our audience members here. Wonderful, eyes open. Deep, slow breaths in and out. I just want to make sure that our ladies and gentlemen in the audience tonight are doing well. I want to make sure all of our ladies and gentlemen are doing fine up here. I want to make sure, Autumn, you doing okay there today? I want to make sure our ladies and gentlemen, you feeling okay there, Autumn? Make sure everybody's doing fine. George, I want to make sure everyone's doing okay. I'm just going to pick this up here today. We'll throw that out of the way there today. Feel free to look out into the audience there. You're going to find some really crazy things happening there. If I touch on the shoulder, you're going to be able to visualize the people in the front couple of rows getting more and more visual there today. Feel free to point a few people out there. I know George. George, how you doing there? Doing okay there, George? I know it's a little strange right now, right? Absolutely. I want to make sure our ladies and gentlemen, are you doing okay, George? George, take a look at me right now. Just want to make sure everyone's doing okay there today. Can I just sit on your lap there, Autumn? Just make sure that I just, bend over here and we'll just make sure that you're doing okay. Maybe a couple little jumping. George, you doing okay? Do you mind if I just join you on your seat here, George? It's totally fine. You know what? Here, just sit back down on your seat. Sit back down on your seat there, George. Not a problem. And eyes closed and sleep. Eyes closed and sleep, relaxing your bodies down. Give them all a nice round of applause. Everybody's clothes in the audience, including mine, have now came back on. However, to the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, only the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, when I count back from 3 to 1, all of your clothes have completely disappeared. This is going to be very strange and very odd. You're going to want to know what happened. You will not become violent at me or the people next to you, but all of your clothes have completely disappeared. This is going to be the weirdest thing that you've ever seen. You're going to ask me what happened. You may get a little bit aggravated, but you're not going to hurt me or violently hit me or anything like that. You'll remain in your seats. But whenever I say the words ladies and gentlemen and you look down, all of your clothes have completely disappeared. If I touch you on the shoulder, this is going to get even more visual, starting right now. And 3, 2, 1, eyes open. I just want to make sure that all of our ladies and gentlemen in the audience are doing well there today. And our subjects here on stage, just look down for just a moment. I know some crazy things have happened here on stage. I want to make sure everyone's doing okay there today. It's okay, Autumn. Feel free, if you guys feel pretty comfortable, Autumn, if you would just stand right up if you don't mind. Turn around if you don't mind. You feel pretty confident about that. All right, if you would, sit back down there, Autumn. Sit back down there, Autumn. You feel even more confident there, Mitchell. If you would, eyes closed for just a moment. The person I'm touching on the shoulder right now in just a few moments when I say the words ladies and gentlemen, your clothes will remain off. However, you think that you have the biggest package in the entire room. You think that this is the greatest thing that you've ever experienced in your entire life. When you look down, this thing's going to grow. Not really, but it is going to grow and it's going to wrap around the entire room when I count back from 3 to 1. It's going to be the weirdest and craziest thing you've ever seen. But when I say the words ladies and gentlemen, you have the biggest package and the biggest appendage in this room. You're going to be very proud of that starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. I want to make sure all of our audience members, if I touch you on the shoulder, you're going to look down, and again, you're going to actually experience it even more and more naked. To the person I'm touching on the shoulders right now, eyes closed for just a moment there, George. Lean back, even better, deeper. In a few moments when I count back, George, from 3 to 1, when I count back from 3 to 1, you're going to look down and you're going to see yourself naked, but you're going to experience yourself in the bathtub. When you look down, your appendage has completely disappeared. You now think that you are a woman. This is going to be the weirdest, craziest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. It is going to be really freaking you out, but I promise you're not going to, yeah, I know, it's going to really freak you out. It's going to be the most silly and ridiculous thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Eyes closed, deep, slow breath in and out. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Feel free to look down there, George. I know that's kind of crazy. If I touch you on the shoulder, it's going to get even bigger and bigger and bigger there. Absolutely. Getting even more and more crazy. I know, pretty wild, right? Absolutely. If I close your eyes for just a moment there, Mitch, proud thing in your entire life, you're going to actually get up and want to strut around. You will remain on stage, but when I count back from 3 to 1, getting more and more bigger the more that I talk. Starting right now, 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Feel free to look down there, George. Absolutely, kind of crazy, kind of weird there. And eyes closed and sleep. Oh, there, George. Wonderful. Extend out your hand for just a second. 3, 2, 1, relaxing even more so. Deeper, deeper, deeper. In a few moments, George, just the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, going back to a man, but again, being deeply, deeply hypnotized. Deep, slow breath in and out. Eyes closed, eyes closed. Eyes closed, Mitchell there, and legs as well. Bring your legs back up. Deep, slow breath in and out. Eyes closed and sleep. Give them all a nice round of applause. All their clothes coming back on. Your appendage going back to normal there. Give them all a nice round of applause. We're going to do something kind of crazy here in just a moment. In a few moments, I'm going to count back from 3 to 1. When I do so, whenever I shake your hand to the people I'm touching on the shoulders, on a 1 to 10 scale of how hot someone is, I'm like 100. This is the hottest person you've ever met in your entire lives. The hottest person. You are going to want my number. This is going to be, the more I shake your hand, the more intensified it becomes when I count back from 3 to 1, starting right now. 3 on a 1 to 10 scale, I'm like 1,000 on how hot I am, starting right now. 2, the most sexy person you've ever met in your entire life when I shake your hand. And 1, you will want my number. You will not try to attack me or rip my clothes off, but you will think that I'm the hottest person alive when I count back from 3 to 1, starting right now to the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Want to make sure everyone's doing okay up here on stage. Want to make sure, hi Autumn, how you doing there today? Want to make sure you're doing okay there, absolutely, thank you. Chris, doing fine there today? Thank you, absolutely. George, pleasure to meet you there, George, thank you, thank you. I definitely take back my hand. Mitchell, you're doing fine there today. Want to make sure everyone's doing okay. If I touch you on the shoulder 1,000 times better, I'm going to shake your hand one more time there. Autumn, Autumn, you doing okay? Want to make sure that you're doing fine. Feeling good? Feeling good? Absolutely wonderful. Chris, if you would, shake your hand there. Wonderful, thank you. Definitely, yes, thank you for that extra squeeze. George, you're doing fine there today. I want to make sure everyone's doing okay. If I touch you on the shoulder, getting more and more intensified. Mitchell, thank you very, very much. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to come into the show. And Autumn, make sure that you're doing fine. It's a pleasure. I know. It's a great time to meet you there today. Absolutely. It's wonderful. Absolutely. And close your eyes and sleep. Deep, slow breaths in and out. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Give them all a nice round of applause. In a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, if I touch you on the shoulder, if I shake your hand, I'm the most disgusting, vile person you've ever met. I smell. I'm the world's worst, most disgusting, vile person you've ever met in your entire life, starting right now. When I count back from 3 to 1, I will be the most vile, disgusting person. If I try to touch your hair, anything, I smell horrible. I am the world's worst person you've ever seen in your entire life, to the point where it may even sicken you. You won't get physically ill, but this is the most disgusting person you've ever seen in your entire life, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Want to make sure everyone's doing okay there today. Autumn, how you doing there today? Want to make sure that you're feeling okay. I love what you've done with your hair. It's really nice. Mitchell, you doing okay there today? Want to make sure that everyone's doing okay. You know what, Chris, how you doing? I love what you did with the hair today. Just want to make sure that everyone's doing okay. George, you feeling okay? I want to make sure that you're doing fine. You're doing okay. Just want to make sure. Autumn, you've really done a great job with your hair there today. It's really nice. What was that? Just, can I maybe get your number sometime? We can hang out for coffee, something, anything? Nothing? No? Absolutely. Chris, you doing okay over there? I just want to make sure that everything's okay. Mitchell, you doing fine? I just want to make sure, maybe I can get in between you guys. Can I just sit right here, there today? And close your eyes and sleep. Close your eyes and sleep. Deep, slow breaths in and out. Give them all a nice round of applause. To the 2 people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, only the 2 people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, in just a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, whenever I say, eyes closed, George, deeper, 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 thank you. In a few moments to the 2 people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, and only the 2 people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, when I count back from 3 to 1, You both are wearing the best smelling cologne in the world, so when you take that deep breath in, it's going to smell fantastic. When I ask you to smell the person next to you, this is the most disgusting smell you've ever smelled in your entire life, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Big deep breaths in, absolutely. I just need for you guys, because you guys put on some really great cologne and perfumes there today. You smell good? Absolutely. You're smelling pretty good? Absolutely. Just smell the shirt right here of each one of you guys, just if you could. What's that smell like?
Like pancakes.
Pancakes, all right. And if you would just smell her. What's that smell like?
Dog poop.
Dog poop and pancakes, all right there. Absolutely. So just maybe a bigger whiff. Maybe a bigger whiff right here. What's it smell like?
Hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs. And one more big whiff right there. What's it smell like?
Dog poop.
Dog poop still, and wonderful, and close your eyes and sleep. Deep slow breaths in and out, feeling very, very relaxed with every breath that you take. Sound that you hear. Smells going back to normal. Give them all a nice round of applause. To the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, going even deeper yet. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Relaxing even back into your chair. Being able to visualize even more. Going deeper, deeper, deeper. All right, in a few moments, we're going to give the people up here on stage some books. These books, you're all in a book club. Mitchell, if you would, hold out your hands, eyes closed. If you would, Autumn, hold out your hands, eyes closed, wonderful. Chris, if you would, hold out your hands, eyes closed. And George, hold out your hands, eyes closed. To the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, only to the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, in a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, you will find it absolutely impossible to open this book. The harder you try to open this book, the more stuck and glued it becomes when I count back from 3 to 1. Just to the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now. To the 3 people that I'm touching on the shoulders right now, in just a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, this is a pop-up version of 50 Shades of Grey. This is the most inappropriate pop-up version of 50 Shades of Grey that I've ever seen. You are actually going to see things, you're going to visualize things. Even if you've never read the book, this is going to be the most sexual and most visual 50 Shades of Grey you've ever seen in your entire life. You'll pick out your very favorite excerpt out of the book when I ask you to read it. You will read it in the most seductive and sexy voice in the world to the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now. You will still find it absolutely glued shut. The harder you try to open that book to your favorite page, the more impossible it becomes to the person I'm touching on the shoulder, George. When I count back from 3 to 1, and I ask you to pick out your favorite excerpt out of the book, you're going to go through. This will be the most inappropriate thing you've ever seen in your entire life, and you will want to describe it in the most sexy voice you've ever had. George, eyes closed for just a moment. Deep, slow breath in and out. To the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, only the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now. In just a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, only to that person that I'm touching on the shoulder right now, going back to complete normal. Only to that person that I'm touching on the shoulder right now, when I count back from 3 to 1, eyes closed for just a moment. George, deeper, deeper, deeper. Thank you. Only to that person now, anything put into your subconscious mind, going back to complete normal. Only the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, going back to complete normal when I count back from 3 to 1, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Give George a nice round of applause. You can actually take your seat, George. Be careful. We're going to take this out of the way there tonight for you. Thank you. But to the people I'm touching on the shoulders right now, in a few moments you are going to actually visualize and go through those books and pick out the most dirty excerpt you've ever read and seen, your favorite excerpt out of the book. You're going to read this in the most seductive and sexy voice when I ask you. Starting right now, when I count back from 3 to 1, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Feel free to go through those books there today. Pick out your favorite excerpt. It is the pop-up version of 50 Shades of Grey. I need to concentrate and go through those books there. Pick out your favorite excerpt there. And definitely feel free to really visualize that there today. By touching on the shoulder, it's going to get even more pop-up version. And if you would, describe the picture first and foremost there, Autumn. Just feel free to describe the picture there, Autumn. You know what, why don't you read your favorite excerpt out of it? Is that your favorite excerpt? Okay, go for it for the rest of the people who have not read the book. Nice and loud.
Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse?
All right, you know what, while you're doing that, go through the book, pick out your favorite second excerpt, and a really, really visual pop-up version of that picture. Have you found a picture there, Chris, of your favorite excerpt out of the book? Describe the picture if you would.
It's a cat with an umbrella.
It's a cat with an umbrella, absolutely. In a very, and eyes closed for just a moment. In the most sexual voice, if you would, you're going to describe your favorite excerpt and picture out of the book, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. If you would, read our favorite excerpt out of the book that you have.
I know it's wet.
Okay, and continue on.
And the sun is not sunny. But we can have lots of good fun that is funny.
And close your eyes and sleep. Close your eyes and sleep there, Chris. Give him a nice round of applause. Now, have you picked out your favorite second excerpt out of the book there, Autumn? Okay, and what is the picture?
The car.
It's a car, all right. And eyes closed for just a moment. In the most sexual voice that you can, very sexy voice, you are going to read this excerpt out of the book, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open.
You may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree.
And eyes closed and sleep. Give her a nice round of applause. Now, Mitchell, have you found your favorite excerpt out of the book?
It's pretty good.
Is there a picture that you'd like to describe first and foremost?
There's a guy hiding in the curtain.
There's a guy hiding in the curtain, okay. And your favorite excerpt out of the book?
Sometimes I feel quite certain there's a dirt in the curtain.
All right, eyes closed for just a moment. In a few moments, I'm going to have you actually select your second favorite excerpt out of the book. However, this time, you are going to say it even in the most provocative, sexy way. Your most sexy voice ever. Eyes closed for just a moment. When I count back from 3 to 1, you're going to find your first favorite excerpt out of the book. You're going to describe that picture in the most sexual voice possible and read the excerpt out of the book, starting right now. 3, 2, 1, eyes open. Feel free to page through for our audience who has not read the book here in our book club. Did you find your favorite excerpt and picture yet?
Let's see. There's a couple good ones.
Describe the picture first, if you could.
There's a guy in a pot and he's getting thrown in the air.
Okay, and the excerpt, if you could.
Like the yacht in the pot.
Like the yacht in the pot, and eyes closed and sleep. Deep, slow breath in and out. Give them all a nice round of applause. Page if you could. Deeper and deeper and deeper. All right, in a few moments, I'm going to count back from 3 to 1. We're going to get deeper and deeper. When I count back from 3 to 1, we're going to actually do something very unique here to the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, only the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now. 3, 2, 1, deeper and deeper and deeper. The person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, in a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, you are actually an alien from the planet Zarkon. You have your own alien language. You will not speak American or English, if you will. However, you are going to have your own Zarkonian language when I count back from 3 to 1. To the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, only the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, in a few moments when I count back from 3 to 1, you are going to be able to interpret a Zarkonian alien language into English. Just to the person I'm touching on the shoulder right now, you are going to be our alien from the planet Zarkon with your own Zarkonian language. To the person I'm touching on the shoulder, you're going to be able to interpret that language into English. To our alien here today, as soon as you put these on, eyes will remain closed, but we're going to have you put on these glasses. Hold out your hands. Perfect. Put those on if you could for me today. Glasses.